Welcome to Semi Living, where we're not zombies. Hi y'all, I'm truck driver Linda. Truck driver Paul is sitting up front.
Hello!
Y'all hang on to your excitement. We're gonna make biscuits and gravy. First is give my pan a quick spray. I have turkey sausage, and I'm gonna say there's about 1/4 pound. You can put as much sausage as you want to make your gravy. It's really kind of a personal taste thing. So add your sausage. Take this off. And I'm just gonna kind of break it up a little bit. Just so it cooks quicker. Cover it with foil. Put it in your lunchbox. That's only going to take 15 to 20 minutes. It depends on how much you put in. So for about 1/4 pound, I would give it 20 minutes to let it get really, really done. 20 minutes. Let's give this a check. I'm going to close that. I want it to stay hot. Just set it aside for a second. Okay. Can y'all see? So, the sausage, and there's some sausage grease down in there. If you want to drain it, you can drain it. I'm not going to drain it. I want that flavor in my gravy. So I'm going to leave the sausage grease down in there because it adds to the flavor. If you want to drain it, it's okay. To compensate, I'm going to use almond milk. I know it's like having a Diet Coke with a Big Mac, right? However, I'm going to use almond milk. It is going to reduce the amount of fat and cholesterol I'm taking in because I really do want that grease down in my gravy. It just makes that flavor just so much more. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of almond milk. And then I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And you just can add salt and pepper to taste. Stir it up a little bit. Close that back up. You just want to give that 5, maybe 10 minutes. You want it to start the milk to get warm. And then we're going to add a little bit of flour to it. So it's only going to be 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be bubbling hot. We just want it warm. Let's give it a check. Let's get it down. Alright. So you just want it a little warm. Oops. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pull some of that milk out of there. Just a little bit. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour to it. Stir it up. And add it back to your gravy. And that's going to thicken it up to make it into gravy. Close it back up. Let it get hot. And that's going to thicken up really nicely. It's probably going to take maybe 10 minutes. But you want to stir it in 5 minutes. And then stir it again in 5 minutes. You want it to get hot, but we're going to let it finish cooking with the biscuits. Right. While our gravy is baking, you're going to need another pan. So what I'm going to do with this pan is I'm just going to pinch in the sides a little. I just want to kind of shorten it a little bit where it's not quite so tall. Okay, that we're going to use as a cover for the biscuits. That's going to be like a lid to put over the biscuits. And then our gravy is going to sit on top of it to continue thickening while our biscuits cook. All right, let's give this a check. We're going to pull this out. Close that back up. I just want to give it a quick check. Oh yeah, can you see it? Let's get you up closer. Oh, that looks good. See how it's getting really thick? Okay. Biscuits. So first thing, the lining in your lunchbox. If it's not lined, you're gonna want to line it with aluminum foil. We're gonna make the biscuits directly on the bottom. Give it a little bit of a spray. Get your biscuits. I'm using the Grand's Homestyle biscuits. Okay, these are just, they get really nice and thick. They do well with gravy. All right. You can put 3 biscuits in here, but it's better if you do 2 at a time. So put 2 biscuits, take your little lid, and set it over the biscuits like that. And then take your gravy and set it on top of that. That gravy is going to continue, it's going to stay warm and it's going to continue to thicken. If you want a thicker gravy, just add a little bit more flour to it. And we're going to bake these for 10 minutes. Set our little timer so we don't forget. We're going to bake them 10 minutes and then we're going to actually turn them over. Y'all want to talk? Not biscuits and gravy. What's there to say? It's biscuits and gravy, right? It's yummy, it's scrumptious, it's a classic dish. So today, I thought instead of talking about biscuits and gravy, we could talk about fresh food storage on the truck. Because let's face it, it could be a challenge. So what I do, when I go to the store, like this is a bag that lemons came in. And these bags are great for food storage because it lets them breathe. Look at all these bags. Okay, this one, it came with some potatoes in it, and I'm storing garlic in it. This is a lime bag where I got limes, and I'm storing my tomatoes in it. So all these little bags, and they're really easy to wash after each one. I save all of them. Limes, potatoes. This is a big old orange bag that has other bags down in it, and I save them all, and I put our fruit, our vegetables, you know, greens, all of that stuff goes in this stuff really nicely. So when you're buying fresh produce, take them out of those plastic bags that you get at the store to put them in to go pay for them. They actually go bad quicker in those bags. They can't breathe like they need to. So after I wash and dry my vegetables, I store them in these bags with the holes in it. It allows them to breathe and they last longer on the truck. Produce will last about 2 weeks in these, where if you leave them in the plastic that it comes in, or the plastic, those little rolls of plastic that you get at the store to like put your stuff in, they might only last about a week in that. They can't breathe, and if they're wet when they go in, they won't even last a week. So it's really important to get you a system set up on washing your produce. You know, I have a couple of bowls sitting here, and I can scrub them up in one bowl and then rinse them off in another, and then I dry them off really good, and then I store them in these bags. Produce for me can last for 2 weeks before I need to use it. So for today, instead of talking about biscuits and gravy, I just wanted to talk about food storage, kind of how I store our food on the truck. I save all these neat little bags that, you know, your food already comes in it. Save it to put your food back in. Okay, so that's all I want to talk about today. Paul, you got anything you want to talk about?
No, other.
All right, y'all ready to flip these? Spatula. Okay. So, Oh, sorry. There we go. All right. Oh, I can smell those biscuits. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to pull this out. Can you see how fluffy those are? Do you see how big and fluffy? All right. Just flip them over. Flip them over. Put the lid back on them. With the gravy. Close it up. And set your timer for 10 more minutes, and they're going to be, 2 of them will be done. Oh, and I know you're thinking it's going to have 2 bottoms, but it's really not like that. It's going to be better than you think. Okay. We're going to move that. Oh, they smell so good. We're going to. Oh, I squished them a little bit. I squished them. Can y'all see? Oh. Can y'all see? 1, 2. Okay. Yay. All right. I'm going to give it another quick spray and add 2 more biscuits. 2 biscuits. Put your lid on. And y'all want to see how pretty they are? Let's get you down. So those are the 2 I didn't squish. They're hot. And then the bottom, and they're not, it's not like having 2 bottoms. They're actually soft on the top. The spray helps, and the bottom. So they turn out beautifully. Let me just break one open for you. Look at that. Can you see? Ooh. Mmm. These are going to be so delicious. All right, we're going to get them served up. I think I'm going to serve them with some tomatoes. There it is. Biscuits and gravy with some tomatoes. Mmm. Does it just look delicious? Y'all like the video? Give us a thumbs up. Share, subscribe, leave us a comment. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.